Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. You want to mention again the big news coming up in January, the launching of the Price of Business TV show. It's going to air every Sunday, 11:30 a.m. on the Biz TV network, 38 million homes, 1/3 of the homes in the country excited about that. And we'll be giving more details as we get closer. It's going to be a great compliment to what we continue to do on the Price of Business radio show. Speaking of a great compliment to our program, Brendan Neef, he's a regular on the program. And I bring him on because, frankly, he's got great common sense awareness when it comes to how to be an entrepreneur, what's happening on the business front. And you have really good instincts that I think are helpful to our audience. And you've done extraordinary things with your company, Victory Transportation. And the website, by the way, over there, give that website real quickly today, Brendan. That is victorytrucks.com. Yep, victorytrucks.com. Kind of give us your elevator pitch, if you will.
Well, you know what we are is a time-definite hotshot provider of anything from a small 4x4 pallet up to a full-size tractor-trailer. We can do flatbed freight or dry van freight and some oversized freight as well. And we have, to complement that, a third-party logistics division where we can third-party freight all over the country as well to help cover some of our regular customers' loads that are looking for some extra coverage, or some people that are looking for a little bit less time sensitive and looking for a little more value on the freight. Yeah. We can use that part of the business as well.
And the great thing of those strategic relationships is that you're the kind of guy that you can go to, and they're never going to hear, oh, we can't help you because all of our trucks are out, all of our vehicles are out. They're not going to hear that with you.
No, if they're willing to go third party and willing to let us outsource it through the brokerage division, then that's what we're going to do. And you know, you got some that like that model, then you have some that don't want to lose that control and they want to know more real-time information on the truck. So it just depends on the customer and the preference and how sensitive the freight is that they're trying to move.
Now tell us again about the size of your company.
We're as far as revenue, we'll do a little over $20 million this year. We run about 140 owner-operator trucks, and inside we have about 36 employees.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about what happens in, first of all, kind of give us an assessment of 2015.
Well, 2015 overall was a pretty good year. You saw some stagnation or some flatness in revenue due to the oil well and oil field, I should say. And so that caused not only nationwide slowdown, but in Houston especially, where we're real heavy energy related. And we're not, as a company, real focused on the oil field, but we have some customers that are tied to the oil field, either indirectly or directly. So it's been one of those years where it's just kind of you do what you can, try to grow, but it has been a little flat.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about and you responded to that. I mean, you haven't just sat and waited for the energy business to get better. You went right out there looking for other verticals.
Yeah, we've been always, when we opened the company, we wanted to be diverse in our customer base in case one slowed down, it wouldn't affect the business, a whole lot. So we cater to several different industries, and we look forward to actually expanding our customer base and our industries going into 2016, with one of those focuses being we became a hazmat carrier over the last 90 days. So going into 2016, we're going to really be focusing on growing our hazmat customer base.
Talk about how you end your year. What kind of things you do to, assess the year you were already in and plan for a new year. And these are, some of the things I like about you that I think are great values from a leadership perspective for our audience.
Well, starting probably about 6 weeks ago, we started looking at the business model. We started looking internally what we think we've done well, where we could improve, what we wanted to do with the business. And from a Victory Transportation standpoint, we've decided we want to go on a 3 to 5 year game plan of really scaling the business. And part of that process was hiring a high-level VP of sales that has been in the business for about 20 years. It's been there, done that, and our goal is to bring him in. We found him. He started actually yesterday. We found somebody that fits in our culture, buys into our vision, and our goal is to let him loose, get out of his way, and really go after some different markets and some current markets as well, and really put a scaling of the business 2 to 3x over the next 3 to 5 years.
Yes. Remind me again, how long have you been in business now?
12 years.
12 years. Is that kind of typical for you to kind of challenge every year what you've done, on an annual basis, make sure you're doing the best you possibly can, and being willing to change? Because that's a pretty big, I think, shift from the way you've done business historically.
Well, over the last few years, coming out of the downturn of 9 and 10, we realized we needed to do some things different. We needed to grow internally, grow as a leadership team, myself included in that, growing as a CEO. So we followed some different things and programs. We've followed the Rockefeller habits for a long time, and for the last few years. And then this year we revamped a little bit, and I've hired a CEO coach to help us and our leadership team to really grow and expand our knowledge on better serving our company and better serving our team.
Yeah. And so, as someone who I consider something of a mentor personality to others in business, what are some suggestions that you have, just a couple, on helping people close their business year?
Well, if you're looking to do things from a business standpoint to grow and really put some fast growth into your company, one of the biggest things for us was always learning, continuously to learn, challenging your leadership team to learn, but then also getting everybody on the same page, that they know what our focus is for 2016. They know what they need to be doing quarterly to help make the 2016 targets become reality, and then explaining to your team how their role affects what the overall goal is of the company. And I think when you do that and you get your team engaged and they understand what they're doing helps the mission and the vision, that you'll get better response from your team.
Excellent. Boy, that's well put. Brendan Neef, he's a regular contributor on The Price of Business. He is president and CEO of Victory Transportation Systems, and that is victorytrucks.com. Good to see you, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you. Do you want to remind the listener that the best content here shows up over there, including this interview, at usdailyreview.com, and this is The Price of Business.